Happy Aloha Thursday, everybody. Today we're coming to you with the month report. So it's always nice to look at the smaller numbers and the weekly numbers, but the month at least helps us get that broader picture and more of, hey, where are we going in today's market? So to start, the median sales price for a single family home and for condos is 809 and 450K respectively. Now comparing that to April of 2019, single family homes and condos are up 5.5% and 7.4% respectively. We use the median sales price because we want to utilize the most accurate numbers and take out the outliers, which would ultimately obviously skew the data. Don't want to do that. Next, we also have the median days on market. For sellers, it is really important to know, hey, how long is my home expected to sit on the market? Of course, there's marketing and location has a huge play in that. But right now we're sitting at 19 days for a single family home and 27 days for condos. That is just a tad higher than what we have been seeing over the past 8 years, just a little bit. And I'll explain why I think it is a little bit higher in a second. So the months of inventory, yay! Months of inventories can help us with how much demand is actually in the market. Remember back from a couple of videos ago. So for single family homes, we're at 2.5 months on the market. And for condos, we're sitting at about 3.6 months on the market. We are officially in a balanced market for condos. I do want to note for single family homes, the balanced market begins at the 1.1 million price point and above. Going from here now, so our typical stats, except for this is for the whole month. So we're comparing March and April of 2019 to this year as well. The new listings are down about 42%. And then the pendings, also known as escrow, down about 19%. And the amount of closed sales is also down just under 26%. Those are significant changes. It is good to know that April is normally when we start to see the summer activity at least pick up a little bit. So having that drastic number, it is going to still be interesting in the next 30, 60, and 90 days. So here we have the historical sales price. Now, this goes all the way back to 1987, excuse me, and that's three full cycles. Remember, once again, Oahu tends to work in 11-year cycles where you have that full up and full down. So rather than looking at just one cycle, this most recent cycle, we can gauge off of more data to potentially see what direction we are going through. Once again, I do believe we are in our natural 2 year down cycle or reset period. And I do think a portion of 2019 is included in that. So finally, yeah, that's my email. Finally, with all that, I do want to note here that real estate works 90 days in the arrears. So what we are seeing today are the effects from 3 months ago, which, as you guys know, that is prior to the full effect of the pandemic that is going on. So we are just about to kind of see the primary effects of this health pandemic. Yes, it started off as a health pandemic, and for some it turned into an economic pandemic. We haven't seen all of the primary effects and secondary and tertiary effects. I With that, not everyone has been affected economically, so not as many sellers are in a vulnerable position now to sell and accept lowball offers like we were maybe in other parts of different cycles. So over the next 30 days, I do expect to get a better gauge on buyer demand as the economy restarts itself. I know the military movement is also beginning. Several of my clients have received their orders. Good news. And as businesses get back to running full force and their new normal, I am noticing that some homes are starting to actually close now. Some were in escrow for a significant period of time. I do think that is attributed to obviously what's been going on. There are certain processes that are taking a lot longer, and some homes were sitting in escrow 45 to 60 days, which isn't normal. That's not what we're used to seeing. Going back to the average days on market, that's where I think it did get a little bit of an uptick. If you are thinking of selling and you do want to know what it takes for your home to sell in this type of market, by all means, reach out, get your first, second, or third opinion, and I'm happy to help you. If you are looking to jump in as a buyer, I'm here all day. We can look at a lot of data and we can have fun with it. Cheers, everyone. Stay healthy.